Hey guys, what's up? Camp West 5 here, it's Josh and
RS Chaos Master Brian here. How's it going?
today we're going to go over the Nintendo portion of E3 2014. So let's go ahead and get started with this, guys. Okay, so I'm going to let Brian start this off and give his thoughts, and then I'm just going to go back and forth, and we're just going to discuss all the games, announcements, and everything Nintendo started and discussed about at this event. So Brian, take it away.
Okay, so today we're only going to be talking about the Nintendo portion because me and Josh both agree that Nintendo won at E3. Although I will say overall it was a disappointment. I will talk about the Xbox and Sony portion in a later video. But to start out, the conference started out with them showing a Smash Brothers video introducing the Mii Fighters. And the way they started this press conference out, I didn't care for it, but Josh kind of thought it was funny. It was claymation, like characters of all the like Miyamoto and Reggie Fils-Aimé, and it had a crowd, so it was kind of like it was an E3 press conference, even though it wasn't.
I exactly what you just said. It was kind of funny, and then they had like a claymation of Mario and a claymation of the two different Links from the regular Link and Toon Link, and Link was like, "You weren't supposed to be here," and it was I think a funny way to start off because last year's E3 was absolutely terrible. No offense to Nintendo, I love them, but they were not the best. From last year, at least how they started off. This year they started off with a funny punchline, and I thought that was good. So continue on.
So the next game that they showed, I believe, was it Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
It was Hyrule Warriors, which looks like an interesting game. I was telling Josh that I probably will get it, but it won't be on release date. It doesn't seem like a $60 or even $48 game to me, so I won't buy it when it first comes out.
I mean, it looks like a fun game. I mean, it looks like a different take for Zelda, and it's combining two different games. It's Zelda and what's the other game?
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors. So you're getting the best of both worlds. If you like Zelda, you like Dynasty Warriors, you get a good mashup. But the next game they showed off, which I guess I'll go on to that, it was a new Zelda game for 2015. Not coming out in 2014, but 2015, and they showed this giant landscape with Link on Epona, and they showed some small stuff going on in there, and it's supposed to be more open world, so you'll be able to explore more than you could in any other Zelda game thus far, and with the Wii U's hardware, it's going to be in 1080p, so that's going to be fantastic. Coming out in 2015, and you saw Brian's thumbs down. I mean, I'm not the biggest Zelda person, but this game does look quite interesting and a great new addition to the Wii U's lineup. Brian?
Oh, it looks amazing, and the reason why I gave a thumbs down is because it's not coming out till 2015.
Oh.
And I don't want to wait.
True.
The art style is completely different. It's unlike any art style I've seen for a Zelda game. Link looks completely different. Kind of look like a mix of both the Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess art. That's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think differently, but that's just what I saw. Continuing on with games, though, they showed Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. That is a game that I will probably get this year. I personally liked it a lot from the Super Mario 3D World game. it was just a mini game there, but it looks pretty interesting, and it's supposed to come out this year. So,
And I agree, it does look kind of interesting, and the fact that Nintendo didn't release a new Mario game, I think it's a good thing, because they released Mario last year and they hyped it up so much, and this year I think it's good to have their other IPs get uh, games, especially even bringing new IPs. This is Toad's, I believe, first time having his own individual game without including any other characters. Is that right?
that is indeed correct. And the other thing is, even though they didn't show a new Mario game, they do have the Mario Maker, which seems kind of interesting. We'll see what happens with
And
it.
you said we talked about this earlier that not in this video but before that you think it's gonna be DLC for New Super Mario Brothers U possibly.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it'll be a $50 or $60 game. I think it'll
No,
be a $20 edition.
I mean me personally, I mean I'm not the biggest 2D side-scrolling Mario fan. I like the 3D. I really got into Super Mario 64. I never had an NES or an SNES, so the 2D side-scrolling I played on like handhelds, and I did play like New Super Mario Brothers Wii and New Super Mario Brothers U, but I just personally prefer like the 3D style from Super Mario 64,
What about 3D
Sunshine,
World?
Galaxy, and
Did
Galaxy
you
2.
like 3D World?
3D World I thought was an interesting take. It brought the two worlds together, and I like 3D Land on the 3DS, and I think they really need to make a Super Mario Galaxy 3 or a remastered Sunshine or a remastered Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2, or even a Super Mario 64 HD. Nintendo, make these games. You will make a lot of money off of making Mario. Mario is your like mascot. Make these games. But going on to what they also went into, you want to go into the Kirby game that they talked about?
Yeah, the Kirby game was extremely disappointing. It's like Pack and Roll, which was a DS game.
Hmm.
Kirby can't use his sucking ability.
Yeah,
He's
I
literally
agree.
just a ball that you guide along uh, the course. It was really stupid to me.
I agree. And then
Very disappointed with that. We're gonna move on to the next game as
and that
well.
was Yoshi. Yoshi Epic or what's it called? Yoshi's what's it called?
Woolly World.
Yeah,
Woolly World.
and it's very similar to the Kirby Epic Yarn game that came out years ago on the Wii, but it's a lot more higher def. It seemed like Yoshi was perfect for the Yarn look, and it actually looks like a fantastic game. I haven't played a Yoshi game, a dedicated Yoshi game, in a long time, since the N64 days was the last time I
Yeah,
played a dedicated
I'm
Yoshi
I'm
game.
probably gonna get that game.
It looks
Comes
really
out in
nice for
2015 right now. So
which, I mean, the reason I think Nintendo, we all know they've lost a lot of money with the Wii U, but I think this year into next year they're gonna make a lot of money, especially with Super Smash Brothers and these other first-party titles. They did also go
and
into
then
a. Oh, go ahead.
real fast, we'll head on to the next game.
Yeah,
Splatoon.
that's
It
where
was
I
a
was
new
about to go into.
IP. Looked kind of interesting. I need to see more about it before I decide if I'm going to get it or not. A demo from Nintendo would be a smart move, maybe.
I agree. Like, I mean, it looks it's like paintball meets a first-person shooter, and I mean, we'll have a link down below if you guys want to watch a video trailer of it. If I find it on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description box below. So they also showed off a actual release date for, and we'll talk about this more in detail for Smash Brothers in our Smash Brothers video. But the release date for the 3DS Smash Brothers, which is October 3rd of this year. So if you have a 3DS and specifically a 3DS XL, preferably probably because it's better on the 3DS XL, which Brian will mention more in our Smash Brothers video because he had hands-on with it. But it's gonna be a great game and it's finally here in portable version. Was there
And
anything
they
else?
pushed it back.
Yeah, yeah, but also the Wii version is set for this holiday. But if it's gonna be exactly like what they did with Smash Brothers for the Wii, they did some pushing back on that one. So hopefully we can get it this year, but we don't want it to be rushed.
That's true. That's very true.
Was there anything
Uh,
else?
the last game is Star Fox, which I guess Sakurai teased. No, not Sakurai. Sorry, Miyamoto teased it.
Yeah, there
I
was a
guess he was
little
playing
teaser
it.
of him holding the gamepad and you could see a TV screen with it looked like an HD version of Star Fox 64, and he was like tilting the gamepad, and he was talking in Japanese with some English text. Not really much information on it thus far, but probably going to come out sometime next year in 2015 or 2016.
I'd say 2016, just because it wasn't, there wasn't even a trailer for it. So
right, there was just
I'd say
some little
2016.
tidbits. I mean, Nintendo, I think they just did a fantastic job with their Nintendo Direct. Reggie Fils-Aimé, I think, is doing a fantastic job. And like we said in the beginning, I think we both agree they won E3. And Brian, as he said, is going to do his own video on Microsoft and Sony because he owns all of the consoles currently available.
That is correct. And we'll go over the last thing in this last minute. They ended the conference with the trailer for Palutena from the Kid Icarus series being added into Smash Bros. It was unique. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen.
Sure.
They had an animated trailer. And then it just ended. And it was, really surprising that that a character did not get a reveal that I was sure was going to be one of the characters that they announced for E3. And it was extremely disappointing. So, that character was Pac-Man, and I was like, really, Nintendo? You're not going to add Pac-Man in? Because I knew if he did not get in at E3, he was not going to make it into Smash Brothers.
Right.
But for some reason, part of me just went, well, last year, I don't know if you YouTube viewers are familiar or not, but they had 3 newcomers that were revealed, and one of them was the Wii Fit trainer, and she was revealed later on. So I thought maybe they'd do something like that for Pac-Man. So I'm waiting on IGN.com. It's 9 o'clock right before bed, and I'm like, well, guess he didn't make it. And then I checked one more time, and at 9:30, I think, is when they posted it. Pac-Man was confirmed to be a playable character.
So now we're up to 33 characters thus far, and how many do you think? I mean, we'll talk about this more in detail in our next video, but how much do you think characters do you think they'll have in the new Smash Bros? 44. Okay. I think that's a nice amount, and no duplicates, kind of like what they did with Melee. There were too many duplicates.
Correct.
So we'll see.
But that's going to end our video for E3. We'll talk more about Smash Brothers in our next video.
So guys, definitely check me out on Twitter at twitter.com/CampWise05 and
RS Chaos Master at Twitter.
And if you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is most definitely appreciated.
Thumbs up.
And feel free to subscribe to Brian, again, at RS Chaos Master. I'll have a link to his YouTube channel in the description. And if he posts this on his video, he'll have, on his channel, he'll have a link to my stuff in his description. But this is CampWise05 for Josh, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.